Hey everybody, I am here today with Dr. Drew Upchurch, Director of Auxiliary Programs and Campus Services. We're going to talk a lot about the upcoming summer plans.
Absolutely.
So what do we have on the plate?
Yeah, good question. So believe it or not, we get started in about 2 weeks. We'll have our typical bowl summer. So we're going to go 11 weeks, 8 weeks of day camp, 3 weeks of adventure camp. We'll get started Tuesday, May 27th, and then we're going to run that through the second week in August. And then a couple new options as far as forward credit, summer session courses for upper school students, and then really focusing and leaning in and trying to have some programming for middle school, high school kids, just academic enrichment, and working with a couple other folks on doing some different things as well.
Awesome. I know. The question everybody's wondering, these things fill up really fast. As of today, where is there some space?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it was funny. I had a parent reach out to me who said, Drew, getting into Bowles Day Camp is like buying Taylor Swift tickets. And so we launch always at the end of January, and then we start to fill up second, third week in February. Okay. And so kind of looking at the numbers earlier today, from a subscribership perspective, although we're 2 weeks out, it's going to be our most well-subscribed summer ever.
Awesome.
So really excited about that. As far as day camp, adventure camp, those 10 or 11 weeks we discussed, I think we have a little bit of space left the 4th of July week. So we've totally sold through 10 of the 11 weeks. Swim camp's been full, I think, since December. And so kind of there's some space. It's sort of some of the other one-off things here and there, but definitely very close to full capacity across the board.
Well, I want to go back really quickly to some of those new options, the 4 credit options. Can you tell us a little bit more about what courses are going to be offered? Yeah,
so Anna Jacobson has a writing elective course, a creative writing class that's a half credit, English elective for kids who are interested in that. Obviously, we still have the Writing Well course. We still have the Bowles Wellness Seminar. All those are doing great. And then I believe we'll have something as well, a math course for kids who want to do that as well.
Yeah, I mean, that is the vision, is to grow that out a little bit.
Yeah.
Not extensively, but to grow it out, provide some options, because I know there are some students that are interested in doing some academic coursework during the summer. I have heard anecdotally that while we are extremely busy in terms of number of people that are on our campus during the academic year, that we have more people on campus during the summer. Is that true?
Yeah, that's very true. So again, depending on the week, we actually have more kids on the upper school campus between the swim camp, between the summer session courses, between all the different camps going on. We actually have more kids riding the bus as well in the summer than we do during the year. We're getting a lot of kids who come in from northern St. Johns County, so we've really tried to augment our bus offerings in that space. Going to run 2 buses to Nocatee all summer to try to satisfy that need. But yeah, we'll be very, very busy. We'll have a lot of kids going through the lunch line, a lot of kids running around campus, which I think is great.
It is. It's great. I do want to thank all of the teachers and coaches that participate in this. It's a tremendous amount of work, but it is really important for Bowles. Number one, we are fulfilling a bunch of student needs, and that's our most important thing, is we're providing what the kids need during the summer. The other thing is that this is huge for us in terms of admissions. We always get people that this is their first time setting foot on the Bowles campus.
Yep.
And that is really important, and we show really well. And I have always said, we've got these remarkable facilities, we've got these remarkable teachers and coaches. Let's utilize them and make them accessible to people throughout the year. Well, now that we've thanked them, tell me a little bit about these actual staff and volunteers that participate.
Yeah, so it's a really good group. A lot of them will sort of migrate through the ranks and start out as campers, and then will work sort of as volunteers, and then kind of work their way up to be a camp counselor. John Ganzel heads up that process. He does a great job. He's really the touch point on that. But again, we have kids who come and work for us all different reasons. We've got seasoned vets who come back every single summer and work for us. I think John Ganzel, our camp director, has been involved with the camp since he was 5 years old, and his sister ran the waterfront. So there's always opportunities for that. We're always looking for good people.
Yeah, you've even got alums that are driving the tubing boats every day. Those are prime positions.
Yeah, quite a few of those, and we're hoping we'll actually have you driving one of those boats this summer.
All right, I can do that. I do have my boating license.
Oh yeah,
so
it's done then.
Well, as long as you'll be on the tube.
We'll make that happen.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's fun to be a part of, and I think to your other point, as far as satisfying kids' needs and the larger community, really for kids growing up in this part of the country, it's almost a rite of passage, going to Bowles summer camp. So we're really proud of that and proud to continue on that legacy.
Yeah, I've got two camper alums that are now have been
And a
working
counselor.
working at the camp, and they love it. It is truly, day camp in particular, but swim camp and all of the courses. It helps us maintain this sense of community during the summer, which I think is really important because education is not something that stops on Memorial Day weekend and then starts up again in August. Education in various ways is happening throughout the year, and I think you guys do a great job. Super appreciative of the time that you and your team put into it. Super appreciative to all the teachers, coaches, everyone that either volunteers or works in one of these capacities. And just thanks again for coming in.
Yeah.
And thanks again to everybody out there for all that you do.